All right. So let me show you this website. So this is the website we're building for one of our coaches. He's in the personal development space. And this is the color scheme that we created, the logo design we created. And this is her homepage. So that is the lovely Sharon Lowe. And it's a little bit about her, why she does what she does. Got some cool testimonials, video testimonials, then her programs. Okay. And she has an awesome podcast. And then she has a book. And then we have a contact me section. Okay. So let me give you some psychology behind this particular design and brand identity. One is social proof is the key to getting her more clients. We want to know how Sharon has helped other people. So that's first and foremost. So if she can help other people, there's a potential that she can help us. We want to see results that she's given other clients. And we're going to ask ourselves, will she be able to give me the same type of result, right? So client testimonials are key. That's first and foremost. But before that, we want to know why Sharon does what she does. We want to know her backstory. How did Sharon get to today? How did Sharon create Visionary Life Coaching? That's what we want to know. And that's either going to resonate with us or it's not going to resonate with us. There's no in between. So that's why it's very important to understand why you're creating your brand in the first place. What is your brand's purpose? Why are you doing what you're doing? That's what we want to know. And if it aligns with what it is that we do, we're in. We're sold. Crystal Freighty says, please hold, technical difficulties. I'm still getting used to the Zoom. Zoom has just been, we transferred everything over to Zoom. I don't know why it took so long, but man, I just love the platform and I love how Zoom is just so easily, it is user friendly once you get to know it. But anyway, I digress. Let me get back to this project. So this is the website. So right above the fold, we have a downloadable PDF that you can grab and start to understand a little bit about what goes into creating a better life and so on and so forth. So I'll get to that download page in a second, but just to let you know, the reason why we have this is because this is above the fold. This is the prime real estate. This is oceanfront property here. We want a call to action here because we want our audience, we want our visitor to take action on our site as soon as possible. We want to engage them as soon as possible because that keeps them around. And Google sees that. And when people are hanging around your site for a long period of time, Google says, must be a pretty good site. So that's there. And then we want them to take action on a consult. Once Sharon can get these folks on the phone, then that's where the connection starts. That's where the brand building begins. That's where she can find out if she's going to be a good fit, or I should say the client is going to be a good fit for her. So we want that functionality above the fold right away. Plays a huge part in conversion, getting a visitor to become a client, right? So the why, a little bit about Sharon. Here it is. Boom. All right. Okay, testimonials. Then we go to the programs. Very clear call to action button. Book now. And then she has a 4-week program. She could buy that now. And then she has a 12-week program. Buy now. Okay. Very, very simple. There's a lot of white space too on this particular design because we want a clear, simplistic identity. That's what we want. Too many people are trying to do too much with their brand identity, and it's just overwhelming. It's confusing. We don't want that. We want to keep it clean. Now let's talk about the podcast. The podcast is a phenomenal way to get people introduced to who it is you are, why you're doing what you're doing, what you're doing, what you're doing. I started my podcast probably 5 months ago, 6 months ago. It's crazy. We have 121 or 22 episodes already. I just love podcasting because I love to talk, obviously. But we have great guests, and we have it's a way to get to know me better. And it's a way to showcase expertise. It's a great way to bring other people on board, right? Have them as co-hosts and help them get exposure with their brands. So this podcast is going to help her tremendously build a community, build an audience. If you don't have an audience, you don't have a business. Period. So the podcast is a great way to build an audience. Now, it takes work. You got to record the podcast. You got to have a team to produce it, or otherwise you produce it yourself. See, I don't have time to do all of that, so I have a team that produces all of that. I also have a service. For those of you that are looking to get into podcasting and, you want sort of a hands-off approach and you just want to be responsible for just recording the podcast itself, we have a service for that, where all you're responsible for is recording the podcast, and then my team and I do all the rest. We do the design, we do the production, we do all the posting and the publishing. The company that I use has a tremendous turnaround, and I trust them with everything. So we've partnered up, and we've now provided this service for our clients. So anyway, getting into podcasting is a very smart way in 2018 to start building audience. So glad that Sharon is actually taking advantage of that. She also has a great book. It's a beautiful way to get people to get to know her, understand her purpose. Again, I'm pushing this purpose this week because without a purpose, it's like shooting into the dark. And you really got to dig deep, guys. You got to dig deep when it comes to understanding why you're doing what you're doing. And without that, again, you're dead in the water. You're guessing. You're guessing. And that's not going to help you at all when it comes to trying to connect with your audience or getting your audience to kind of know, like, and trust you. Okay. So that's that. And then we have a contact me. Contact me is very formal. It's very basically, here it is. You want some questions? You have some questions, drop them in the contact me section and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. All right. And so that's that. So now let me take you into the funnel side of things, just so you can have an understanding of what that looks like. So clearly we want the funnel design to look exactly like the website. We want that brand identity consistent across all boards. So here is a very, very simple opt-in. Be smart about it. 5 tips to help you set and reach your goals with abundance. Give me your name, give me your email, grab the download. All right. So we're still working out that thank you page, the next page where you're actually going to download the actual piece. But I can show you what the download looks like. We just finished that up. Let me show you there in a second. Came out pretty nice. Go here. And where is it? These are all the... There we go. Very cool. So here's the actual download. So when I'm designing these for clients, I'm saying to myself, can she sell this eventually? Can she actually make a profit off of this? Does it look quality? And is the content quality? So here is how we designed this. Now it was very text heavy, so we couldn't go crazy with the design, but this is the downloadable PDF that you're going to get. All right. Very clean, very branded nicely. Got the logo on the bottom right. Have your questions here. So very clean design for the PDF. Okay. So that's that. So then we also have an order form page. We have an order form page for her product or for her services. So I love the way this looks. So when you come to the page, you got the little animation here where the two sections come together. Very clean. Get your email, credit card, and it's a very clean process. Then we have a thank you page. Now, right now, this is a questionnaire. We have this as placeholder. It's actually one of my questionnaires, but we want to get to know the client before we get on the phone with them. We want to be very proactive when we're helping our clients. So this questionnaire will be designed to find out more about the client so that we can prescribe a very customized solution for them, right? You've heard me say this before. Experts diagnose. Amateurs prescribe. So experts diagnose. What's that mean? Experts want to know the ins and outs of your brand, your business, your whatever, your problem before they prescribe a solution. I was talking to a client the other day and I said, it's like going to a doctor, walking into the office and them saying, you know what? I read the form. Take 2 of these and call me in the morning. Would you trust that doctor? Would you? Would you feel comforted by that doctor if he spoke to you for 2 minutes and said, hey, just take 2 of these and call me in the morning? Probably not. Think about the doctors that spent an abundance of time with you to try to understand what your symptoms were, how you were feeling, what sort of reactions you were having. That's diagnosing, right? How much more trustworthy was that doctor? That's what I'm trying to explain here. So that's why after they pay, they get this questionnaire because we want to know more about them. Now, she's probably gotten on a consult call, an introductory consult call with them already and found out a little bit more. But we want to go deep now because now we're going into diagnosis. Now we're going into the prescribing mode, right? So on the thank you page, we have the questionnaire. Now, down below, here's some homework. Go check out my YouTube channel. Why do we have this here? Well, for a couple of reasons. One is we want to get that visitor or now client involved with us on social media. We want to start to create that relationship on social media. We want them to digest our content. We want them to become part of our community. So that's why we have this here, right? We want them to be part of it. Again, it's all about dialoguing with your clients and dialoguing with your audience, not just talking at them, right, Carla Andino? I know that's how you work with your clients. I'm just saying that because she just signed on to the Facebook Live as we're continuing down the pike here. So then we have a very simple order confirmation page. Love this silhouette of her logo in the bottom in the left here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty bright on my screen. I'm not sure if you could see it on the Facebook Live, but very, very clean design here. Again, a lot of white, very simplistic in nature. We have the color scheme. Yeah, you can't really see it on the Facebook Live, but I can see it on my screen. Very, very clean design here. The purple is very powerful against the white. And that is it. So I took you through the funnel design. I took you through the homepage. And so that is a little bit of the psychology behind this particular brand identity, why we did things the way we did them. See, I see this a lot, but when you are trying to design your brand's identity, it's not just going to a designer and saying, hey, make me a logo. Hey, design me a website. I need 4 pages. I need the about, I need this, I need that. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it converts. That's not how to get a return on investment. That's a bunch of wasted time and a bunch of wasted money. Now I've been a designer for 10 years. And I can tell you that when I first started out, that's how I worked. I didn't do the diagnosing first. But again, I was coming up. I wasn't an expert yet. I was an apprentice, right? I was learning. But now I understand the power behind the diagnostic phase and the discovery phase. The more you know about that person's purpose, about that brand's purpose, about their target audience, and what their needs and challenges and stories and journeys are in their life, now you have a lot of data to work with. Now you have a lot of information to work with, which is going to empower your brand's identity, your brand's messaging, all of that stuff. And it's funny because people ask me, well, I can get this done a lot cheaper. I know you can. And I want you to go and do that. Go now and take the cheap route and watch how far you get. And then give me a shout back when you're ready to do it right. Because there's that old saying, right? You think I'm expensive? Hire an amateur. So I want to leave you with that, guys. Hope you enjoyed this behind the scenes look. I hope you got some value out of the content. Again, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, go over there right now and subscribe. Push the little red button. I'm going to have a lot of videos like these coming your way soon. Appreciate all you guys that are on Facebook Live right now, sort of chiming in. And if you have any questions, comments, drop them down below. I'd be happy to help you. If you're looking to get started on a brand identity project, if you're looking to rebrand, if you're looking to create a brand, if you're sick and tired of kicking the tire around, trying to figure out your purpose and how you're going to connect with your target audience in a way that they're going to look at you as the only choice to purchase from, then give me a shout. Be happy to help you and actually help you develop a brand that will outlive you and that will actually connect with your target audience and not just look pretty, because that's the difference. That's the difference. So have an awesome day, guys, and I'll catch you on another video soon. Talk soon.